I had the first reaction that everybody has. You walk in here, you're like, oh my God, you know, I mean, look at the place. It's huge, you know, and to think that this is sitting under everybody's noses all of this time, it's like this kind of weird buried treasure, piece of history locked away. You come off Kingsland Road, it's stuck between a Turkish restaurant and a tattoo shop and a barber's shop. You come up this nondescript doorway, up the staircase, and it kind of winds and it winds and it winds and it goes all the way up, and the higher up you get, the rougher and rougher it feels and it looks, and indeed it smells. And then from then it's really a kind of dilapidated, semi-derelict shell of a place. And then you bust through the doors over there and you get this huge sense of scale. It's a massive, massive room. The feeling of the history, these beautiful gilded panels, this beautiful old Art Deco light well in the middle there, and the stage there that, you know, you can really in your mind's eye picture great performances happening there, and the feeling of it full of people watching some amazing shows. It was designed by this guy, William Glenn, and they built it in 1936. He was the kind of big shot Art Deco theatre designer of his time. There was a load of them on this street. There's 5 or 6 big cinemas. You've really only got the Rio left now, but this one in its heyday was the biggest one here. I think it was 2,500 people would come here on a daily basis to watch films, watch the news, you know, as a social place as well. It kind of had a good life until the end of the 70s, early 80s, and then finally closed. And kind of fittingly, Scarface was the last film they showed in here, and then it got boarded up and locked down, and no one's been in here since. We're going to run it like an art centre. We're going to do theatre shows, performance poetry, bits of cabaret, experimental stuff, and get this big mixed arts programming going on here. And we've got a big education programme that we're going to run. You can work with young people. There's loads of things to do in a place like this. You know, the obvious things like sound and lights, but there's also set design and other creative practices. We hope to get this place up and running in a few months, and then we'll try and get the whole lot up and running as an all-singing, all-dancing, multi-art centre at some point spring next year.